Experiment. Explore. Enjoy.
So, hi, Francois.
Hello, Sonicstate. I'm Francois from Shakmat, and welcome to Superbooth 2024. We have 3 new models to show this year, which are the Bishop's Miscellany MK2. It's the second version of our very first model. We have the Griffin's Close, which is a quad attenuator fader recorder, and we have the Ballista Blast, which is a full hybrid analog digital synth voice. So maybe let's go first to the Bishop's MK2. So the Bishop's Miscellany is a step CV gate recorder, so pretty easily we can take the keyboard. So I'm not a good keyboard player, but you get it. It's stepped, so everything is on time now. So it's like our first version. You can easily record your sequence with an external sequencer or like a keyboard. What we added is we added first a layer of what we call process. Process are like, for example, slide. And you can record, of course, what you're doing with the slide. So you can a sequence of slide. You have the gate length, which is another process. You have the ratchet, so as you can hear, starting from a very simple sequence I recorded, you can have very complex sequences. You have also a vibrato. So again, you can just apply the process or simply record it. And
so can you kind of step back from that? So could you like delete that?
Sorry?
Can you easily delete the things that?
Yeah, you can easily delete the things. So you have an erase. That you can erase almost everything. You can erase the full sequence, but I didn't like the vibrato, or I didn't like the ratchet stuff. I just erased that. Or the gate length, I just erased it now, or the slide. And now we're back to the original sequence. So let's go back and let's redo. And you can erase the full sequence like this. So let's go back and re-record the sequence. You have also a number quantizer, you can set the sequence length and so on. So let's redo a proper sequence. Then you get the regen. So regen means you can generate or regenerate your sequence. So you have a lot of different algorithms, like this one is a random algorithm. So this is the probability of having a note, this is the range of the note, and I just recorded it. Or I can simply, in a non-destructive way, just keep it improvising on the random. But let's for now record a random sequence. You have a second time of random based on musical tables, and it's still the range, but it's more Gaussian distribution. You have an arpeggiator. So let's put a scale on it, because arpeggiator without scales doesn't make any sense. So you have the mode of the arpeggiator. Let's go up. So here we go. You have a pass algorithm. Pass algorithm, it's a bit inspired by the way musicians improvise, just to have always like link note together and sometimes just change the reaction of the notes. Or so a bit cheesy with the Dorian scale, but you get the point. A knob recorder with a threshold at which it will generate a trigger. And then you have a whole set of regenerators. So then you can have the offset of and the gain of your CV. So you take exactly the same sequence, but just, let's say, we have a very low offset and a huge gain. And you can of course record on any step of the sequence the regen. You have a speed. And like you hear, you can simply do like small interventions or just recreate entirely the sequence with it. You have the rate, which is a bit similar but going slower. You have a slicer. You have a random slice. And then you have a remember, which probability to replace one step by another. And same thing, you can just make the second play by itself and you will improvise. You also have a memory of more than 100 sequences in it, and you have a tracker style arrangement which allows to prepare a live set of like a song mode if you want to organize your sequence in a certain way that you composition or live. It's Select Bus compatible, so in the playlist mode you can recall like almost all the new modules from Shakmat. You can recall your sequence thanks to like a module like the Harlequin's Context.
So when are you hoping to have it ready?
Early 2025. Okay. So maybe let's do a small interlude because we still have the Archer's rig and the Santos gate to release. So Archer's rig is like our hi-hat module. So it'll be quite anticipated. So I'm just scanning to presets. So it's a full voice where you have modulation, like you can hear there is a lot of random happening. It's digital because you have a digital noise source and FX section, plus you have analog filters with an S, distortion and VCA. And the Santos gate also, which is quite a lot of demands right now for when will it be released. Those two will be released late June. So we are about to release them. That's why the other one will be released in 2025. Other new module we have is a Ballista Blast.
So that is that the voice that we were listening to in the last demo?
It's it's a voice we're hearing since earlier. So the Ballista Blast is a hybrid digital analog synthesizer. So you have a digital VCO with a lot of different modes and algorithms. You have analog filter with an S also, because you have literally different type of filter you can select. LPG, VCA and distortion are also analog. So you have modulation source, you have an envelope with attack decay, and you have a randomizer and assignation to velocity. So the way it's organized, we work with engine. So this is a classic engine, and in the classic engine, you can define a lot of different ways to set up saw and square. So you have the alt button there, which allows to switch between saw and square. We are on sub mode, crossfading with the sub, but the other mode are like the dual, unison, the sync, and the pulse width, like it's a saw width. And then you have the filters. Right now, let's put some envelope on the filters. Yeah, let's point it correctly. This is a two-pole low-pass filter, a bit bubbly, let's say a bit funky. We have the bandpass version of this one. And you have also a low-pass 4, which will remind you a bit like more acid. You have also distortion. I put it at the max, so you get the distortion, right? So more into a TB203 territory now. So let's go back to this filter. You have the second mode, which is the wavetable mode with up to 32 banks, which is user editable. So you have an SD card at the back to add your own custom bank. This is a wavetable index, and you have a chorus mode. You can add on it. Of course, you have a pitch knob here that you can lock like on any Shakmat module, and it turns to be a neck-dev switcher. And then you have the last engine. So in wavetable mode, you still have the filters, the same filters you can choose. And the last engine is the FM engine. And so the FM engine, you get rid of the filters, but you have 3 macros on different FM algorithm, which can go up to 4 operators. So this is usually the depth of the modulation. This is usually feedback or distortion. It's a wave folder in here. And this is a tuning. This is the tuning of the different, so maybe I will record a. Yeah, maybe we are more the ratio. And I've removed the alt button. We are in free mode now. You can assign the envelope to almost every parameter. Yeah, it's coming from a preset, so I need to do a recall of the knob each time. So let's go and check other algorithms. Let's switch to another mode of VCA while we are in drone mode. Let's go and check other algorithms. Yeah, maybe this. Oh yeah, it's way too high. This is more barely sounds. Let's go more to a drone and hear what they can do. And let's remove this sequence. You get the point. We have also more additive, which really shines. With a bit of feedback. This one is more with noise, which can be cool for percussion, so maybe let's go back with a sequence. And you have presets, so you can now recall different presets. So you have up to 96 presets. You have also much more like soundscape, ambience presets. Maybe yeah, with a bit of delays on this one.
So when again, if the Bishop's Miscellany is coming out in 2025, when are you hoping to have the Ballista Blast?
Early 2025. I
Okay,
think
so it's on the same
we prefer
scale
to
as
say
the new
that,
one.
and maybe there will be a surprise, something coming on in late 2024. We hope so, really. But we prefer now to say, okay, let's say early 2025. We like to tease model at Superbooth not in the final product things, because we have a lot of feedback and chat with people at Superbooth, which are always a great input to develop modules. So yeah, that's why we're always bringing prototypes and waiting for feedback and more advanced beta testing, actually.
So we've also got the Griffin's Claw, right?
Yes, we have also the Griffin's Cloud, which is a 4-channel attenuator recorder on fader. So how does it work? It's very simple. You can record the movement of a fader. That right now it's assigned to the cutoff of a filter. And you can sync the recording to an external clock. It can be free. And when it's synced to recording, you can also decide it will be have a musical duration recognition, which is the case now. So it will, let's do like a 16-step stuff. So you get the point. It will, well, if I'm changing tempo, it will stretch, or just modulation will follow the tempo. Of course, like I said, it's attenuator, so we can simply take an envelope, because right now it's an offset. It can be linear or logarithmic mode with different offset for linear. So in logarithmic mode, as you got a normalized mix, you can use it as a automatized mixer. As you can mix also, you can have an offset on the second channel. Then what else? You can also simply have a sample and hold on a channel, which we, as you can hear now, it's sample and hold for the first channel. Let's remove the second one. And so we have also an assignable gate output, which right now can be assigned to the move of the fader. So let's take a longer cable. This one will be much more easier. Let's take the assignable gate output. And so each time I will move the fader, it will create the gate sequence for the envelope, and you're in the same time attenuating this. Maybe just, yeah, I think you get it. Maybe exponential vibrator. You can also, when in free mode, you can just retake the modulation without the envelope. You can also take it in free mode, so this will be free mode now. You can act on the rate. You can also act on the amplitude. You have sample and hold, sync mode, and different configuration, like I said, with linear or exponential logarithmic response. Select bus compatibility because you have 16 presets inside that you can also recall, like with Harlequin's context. So with this, we start to create a full control system. And with the Ballista, we try to reach the point to have a synth voice dedicated for kick, hi-hats, synth voice modules, in order to create, maybe a kind of groove box for modular Eurorack systems.
Brilliant.
And
well,
I think it's pretty it for today for the new modules.
So one thing we kind of haven't discussed, which I guess, considering that you're kind of waiting until next year to get them out, is the price. Is that something that you kind of have an idea of?
We have a vague idea of this, yeah. I would say for the Ballista Blast around 350. For the Bishop Miscellany, we are about in the same price range. And for the fader recorders, we should be around 250.
Brilliant. Well, Francois, thank you very much for speaking to us.
Thank you very much for passing by. Have a very nice Superbooth and see you very soon. Bye-bye.